Hey everybody, this is Pony from Vantage Robotics. I want to spend a few minutes with you and talk about how to swap gimbals for Vesper and his little brother Trace. Some reasons why you might want to swap out gimbals is you want to swap from, let's say, for Vesper, we have our 320p thermal, and you want to swap it out for that 640p thermal or any one of the other specialized gimbals that we offer. And then for Trace, same thing. You might want to swap out the standard 320p for a 640p thermal payload or the Spotlight gimbal, the Wisp. Both processes are fairly easy, but I will go ahead and show you how to do that. All right, we will start with Vesper. The tools that you will need is a T6 Torx driver. Now I have this one here, and you can notice it's a little bit longer. So it's about 6 inches total in length and about 3 inches of the actual driver exposed. So this is long enough to navigate through the gimbal assembly to get to the screws that are located here at the base of the gimbal assembly. All right, so I'm gonna throw up a picture here, what it looks like with good lighting, but in addition to your tool, it is a good idea to have like a headlamp, and then also make sure you have like a nice clear area, because once these screws come out, if you drop them on the carpet, they're really hard to find. What you're gonna do first is to get to the screws deep behind the gimbal is you're going to navigate the driver through the bracket in between the actual gimbal housing and the bracket, and then straight into the first screw. And then on the left side, same thing. You're gonna be going through the bracket and the gimbal housing and going straight to the screw on the left side. So total number of screws is 2 to remove the gimbal, and that's it. I'm going to feed it through, the driver through the gimbal housing. Then I'm going to make sure I got a good bite on the screw, and I'm just going to unscrew it. Make sure that you completely unseat the screw and keep an eye for it falling out, and there you have it. All right, and then for the next one, support the gimbal while you're getting the second screw, so you don't damage the gimbal. All right, sometimes you gotta hold it in a certain way. You can see it. I've done this a few times. All right, so I got that second screw, supporting the gimbal. All right, it's completely undone. Now, holding it, you want to carefully grab around the gimbal and then pull. And then you see I have that last screw. So go ahead and pop that out and then just put your screws aside. And then we'll pretend like this is a new gimbal and we'll reattach it. All right, so when you reattach the gimbal, you're gonna notice, if you could see here, there is what appears to be like a female connector side, and then this one, and then the actual gimbal on the base is the male. So once you line up the sockets and connect the gimbal to the fuselage, there is going to be some resistance that holds it in place. So my technique is just hold it like at this angle and then seat it in there, and you could see that it's staying. Take the screw, put it on the driver first, and then just gently find the first. I'm starting on the left hand side here, and then drive it down. Once you get that first one, you're good to go. So again, just like the rotor set, so you're gonna go tight and then a quarter turn more as far as your torque spec. All right, so I'm going to do this second one, put it on the driver, find that hole for the last screw, and feed it back in through the bracket. There is a ribbon cable on the right side as you're looking at the gimbal. It is okay to navigate through the loop on that ribbon cable, but do not cut that ribbon cable or put any pressure on it to rip it. All right, so that is how you attach the gimbal. So pretty quick and easy. All right, once you have the gimbal fully seated on the Vesper fuselage, you're going to take a Vesper battery, put it in the battery well, and you're going to let Vesper boot. And while it's booting, it's going to try to, the gimbal's going to try to calibrate, but what you're going to do is hold it facing upwards. It'll try to calibrate, but you're going to stop it from calibrating, and you'll feel like a little snap. And what that's going to do is going to force it to do a full calibration. And when you're calibrating the gimbal with Vesper, it's like a handshake between the gimbal and the fuselage, establishing that relationship. All right, so checking that everything is good on your drone is if you pitch forward, pitch up and down, the gimbal stays looking forward, and a little bit of roll, and it's still upright and looking forward. Okay, moving on to Trace, which is less involved and completely toolless. So with Trace, there's 3 points of attachment to the gimbal to the airframe. So we have the vibration isolators here, which form the quote-unquote legs, or like the landing gear in the front. So we've got a point of attachment here, here, on either side, left and right, and there is a connector here on the main board coming from a ribbon cable and another set of cables from the gimbal. So you're going to start with the vibration isolators. You're just simply going to pry the vibration isolators, like point of attachment, off. So if you could take a look here, this is a square peg and like an octagonal, almost circular, or really octagonal hole. But it just kind of, it's a press fit type attachment. All right, so detach each side. All right, and then with your hand, with a gimbal in your hand, just gently raise the airframe like this, and then now you could see where that connector is on the airframe. So just with your thumb or your fingernail, just pry off from the front side, just pry it down, and then it will come detached. All right, so this is what the gimbal looks like when it is detached from the airframe. Pretty simple. This ribbon cable and the series of wires here are conditioned to be bent like this, so you could get it onto the airframe. So if you just kind of remember how it came off, that's how it's going to go back on. So I'm going to put this connector on the airframe first. So I like to kind of just like turn it upside down right here, and then plug it in gently. If you feel like it is not being fully seated in that male-female type connection, discontinue pushing and just realign and then push, but it should go in pretty easy. All right, so front to back, everything's fully seated, and then now put the vibration isolators back onto its pegs. So just right here, again, press fit, make sure it's fully seated, and then here, where my left thumb is, these are the points of attachment, and everything is good. All right. Okay. All right, so just like Vesper, once you have a new gimbal in or put on any gimbal, you should go ahead and do that force calibration to establish that relationship between the gimbal and the airframe. Install the battery. Unlike Vesper though, I'm gonna hold the gimbal down and back until I feel that snap from it trying to calibrate. And once I feel that snap, I'm gonna let go. All right, I felt that subtle snap. I'm gonna roll it face forward so we could force reset. All right, it's doing its thing. So when you're looking at the gimbal, you should be able to pitch up and then down, and it should stay looking forward. And it is, and then even giving a little bit of roll. And it should continue to look forward. All right, there you go. All right, everybody, thank you for tuning in on this video tutorial. Hopefully it was helpful for you. So if you have any more questions, please contact me at support@vantagerobotics.com or just email directly at pony@vantagerobotics.com. All right. See ya.